Hello, welcome to my Fireside chat, where I have two fires and neither of them are real. Today, what I wanted to talk about was there's this game that came out recently called Avowed, and as of right now, it's Xbox exclusive. You can play it on PC, but that don't really count for today's topic. I've been seeing a lot of discussion online with this game about how it doesn't compare up to Skyrim and how even compared to games on the PS5 that it's just kind of a weak title. And I mean, I guess it could be doing a lot better sales-wise, but I played a little bit of it and it's a lot of fun. But mostly what I wanted to talk about was how this tribalism surrounding not just this game, but console exclusive games in general is just kind of getting out of hand, I think. And that's something that's been going on for a long time now. Even way back in the Sega Nintendo days, Sega did this marketing thing where they had a marketing campaign where Sega does what Nintendo don't, and that just has been kind of a thing with console games in general, where people feel the need to justify their purchase over the other competing console, and I just don't get that. Obviously, it started off with Sega versus Nintendo. The modern version of that is Xbox versus PlayStation. And honestly, when it comes to tribalism, it's not exclusive to video games. You see it in everything. You got Coke versus Pepsi, Ford versus Chevy, and a bunch of other things, honestly. And because I'm mostly a video game channel, I'm going to be talking about Xbox versus PlayStation. But something that we need to reframe this whole thing in our heads is that it's not console wars, it's consumer wars, because that's what these big companies want us to do. They want us to be at each other's throats over the product that we want to do, because when we're busy with fighting each other, we're not pushing for them to actually innovate themselves. Because the idea of them competing with each other is because competition is supposed to promote greatness out of the competitors, right? But these companies want us to be at each other's throats because that makes it to where we don't hold them as accountable for the things that they could be doing better or the improvements that they could be making. Let's look at the history of Xbox versus PlayStation. So I think it's generally agreed upon that the Xbox 360 won that generation. Xbox made one big misstep whenever they announced the Xbox One. They had said that it needed to be always online. They always had to have the Connect, and that they were just going to do digital only. It was not going to be a CD drive. And if PlayStation wasn't there to really put the fire under them, they probably would have been able to get away with that. They tried to turn themselves around. They got rid of those requirements. And even then, they have still, even to this day, have been having a hard time keeping up with PlayStation. And now PlayStation has been getting away with a bunch of bullshit. They've been increasing prices. They've been very resistant to the whole crossplay thing that both Nintendo and Xbox want to do. They've given it eventually, but they're still really stubborn. And Sony will continue to be stubborn so long as Xbox is not catching up. And Xbox is doing its best. I think the Xbox Game Pass is probably one of the best deals in gaming, honestly. And that's not to say that I'm not an Xbox fanboy or anything. I have a PlayStation. I don't have an Xbox. I don't know, man. I think when it comes to the whole console war thing, the people just need to give up the war thing and try to get along. And I think Xbox and PlayStation users should be dancing in harmony with each other, but instead they're at each other's throats, when honestly the real enemy is PC. And that's my Fireside chat. If you like this new format or have anything you want to add to the discussion, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.